All right, in this lesson, we're going to take a look at the power of pre-composition or pre-composing inside After Effects. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on. All right, so here I have a sequence where I've created just a simple logo in Illustrator, brought it in, and added some animation to it. So we've got a 3D logo here now. If I push play, it's rotating on the y-axis. We've got a camera with some motion blur and an adjustment layer with some effects, which are great. But what if I like this animation, but what if I want to switch out the logo? Well, I'd have to bring in a new image. If I go to my project panel here, I've got the stop icon here. There it is. So I'd have to bring that in, copy and paste all of the animations, but there's an easier way. Let me show you. Let's take this layer here, our icon layer. I'm going to right-click on this and say Pre-Compose. All right, I'm going to call this one Icon. And instead of leaving all the attributes in the main, I'm going to leave them there instead of moving them all into the composition. And I'll show you why. So in this particular case, I'm going to click OK. So if I click, you can see here on my icon, if I click on this and hit the letter UU, there are my animations. You can see it's a 3D layer and so on. There's motion blur. All of that stayed there with my pre-composed layer or my pre-composition. If I double click on this icon, it opens up. So here I have my image. So one thing I could do is let's take the stop layer for now and just drag it below that layer there. And I'm going to turn off the top one just for the sake of this particular case. Now let's jump back to the main. And a cool thing we can do here just to make life a little bit easier, since I'm on the main icon or the main sequence already, let's come up here and hit the lock button next to composition main. So that locks that in place. So that's going to lock the view. Then right below that, you see main and icon in this particular case. I'm going to click the layer or the pre-composition that I created called icon. And now I essentially have two windows open, so I can see what's going on at the same time. So you can see we've made a change by turning off one layer. So we see the quote-unquote stop icon that I created. And if I push play again, here on my main composition, let's jump back here, push play. You can see that it's animating, right? Let's jump over here to composition, main. There you go. You can see that's animating. Let's jump over to icon. I can turn this one off. You can see it goes away. Turn this one on. Ah, there it is. It's still there. All of my animations are still there. I did not lose anything. Okay. So that's a quick way to create an animation that you could use later on in another project. For instance, if you're creating a lower third for a client, and maybe that client later changes their logo, or maybe you like that animation so much you want to use it on another project but it has a different image as well. You can easily change out that image without destroying any of your animations. I hope this helps in your next project. Until next time, I'll see you in class.